Taps, and we're going to get into it today. I did just choose to go ahead and go live about 9 minutes early, but let's get into it because, oh, hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I've got a, boom. All right. We're going to go through it a lot today. We are actually going to cover Star Wars. We're going to go into how large the fandom is. We are going to look at the collectibles that we're going to see, but also just how many characters there are. You'd be surprised just how monstrous this fandom is. It dwarfs Disney and Pixar in terms of how many characters there are. And it is vast. We're going to cover how many movies, shows, books. And then at the end, I would make sure, of course, we're going to be doing the drop live. I will have my, let's go ahead and actually probably start it right now, just in case. I will have my screen up, so hopefully we'll be able to secure C-3PO or R2-D2 both. Man, if I was able to get both, I would be stoked. But hopefully we get one of them, because I definitely want these more than anything else than what I've seen so far from the Golden Moments. I'm big on Walt and Mickey, but Star Wars is it, man. I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. I love Star Wars. And then make sure you stick around at the end, because we will be going through the immense amount of drops that are coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on Decon. Because, oh man, my wallet is going to hurt so bad. I'm so happy tomorrow's payday, but wow, like we've wanted to become master collectors, right? So we're trying to complete sets and we're trying to get all the drops. And then when we don't get the drops because there's so many users, we complete them in aftermarket. But it's getting so expensive now. And this is what they said was going to happen, right? They said that it is going to get to a point to where we can no longer secure drops. We need to be very selective on what we can choose, because it's just going to be nuts. All right. Well, thanks for everyone hopping in. I'm going to get into some of the Star Wars stuff. But before I do, looks like Andre is getting the common 41 on the drop. I hope so, man. That would be so sick. The countdown is upcoming. Let's see. Boom. Got 36 minutes, fam. Not liking the drop itself. Shout out to everyone in here. Appreciate you guys hopping in. And oh, wow. I got a super chat from the real Randy Chavez. Hey, Taps. Want to do a meet and greet at Decon this weekend with me and Wendy? Yeah, absolutely I do. And thanks for the super chat, bud. I was already planning on, I'll be doing like a stream. I asked Reese if I could do an AMA, so I'll be doing that. I would love to do a meet and greet. I'd also love to do a round 2 interview with the OMI whale himself, real Randy Chavez, from maybe like sipping on some whiskey from the hotel room. I think that would be pretty dope. But let's go ahead and get into it. And I am for sure down with that. Thanks, Realist. I wasn't sure if you guys like my live stream stuff. You know, I'm enjoying doing it. I'm enjoying being able to present information a little bit more off the cuff and kind of get into it. Like, I'm still enjoying my videos, but because I started the full-time gig, to edit and to do all that just is so time consuming. So I love getting into this. So let's get into the Star Wars stuff. Thank you, Rootless, for enjoying the stream, and shout out to all of you guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet. It lets more people in the family know that we're here, and we are going to be going all through all things Star Wars right now. So, all right, let's go ahead and start with, obviously, Star Wars is dropping in T-minus 35 minutes and 28 seconds. So this is, of course, the second to last piece of the Golden Moments, but this is the last duo that we're seeing, right? Because Walt and Mickey are one. And this actually kind of surprised me that it is, I guess, what it is for how many they're going to be with Star Wars. But we'll get into the semantics a little bit. But I want to actually talk a little bit more about how big Star Wars is, right? Like, obviously we know it's big, but do you realize how big it is? Like, how monstrous this is to actually say, not just the Golden Moments, but we have Disney, but we have Star Wars NFTs now coming to Veve. So yeah, these are cool, but consider what's going to continue to come on Veve with collectibles. So there are so much to Star Wars. I mean, they've been coming out with so much content on Disney Plus, and the movies have actually been, I mean, these newer ones I've actually pretty much enjoyed, but 5.2 million followers on Twitter. And when we look at the list of highest grossing media franchises, number one is one that we are obviously very, very hopeful for, right? Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. I mean, when I say hopeful, we know we have it already, right? I've covered it upside down, inside out. Like, they're all roads point that we eventually have Pokemon, but that's not why we're here today. We know we have it. It's just a matter of when. I don't know when the app would be able to handle it, but at the same time, I don't know if they're even waiting for the app to be able to handle some of these bigger licenses, because I didn't expect Disney, right? And we got it, right? So absolutely, it's just a matter of time with Pokemon. Hello Kitty is number 2, which also surprised me. Winnie the Pooh, which is owned by Disney. So what's crazy is when you look at the list of highest grossing media franchises, number number 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all owned by Disney, right? So let's see, 68 billion, 46 billion, so 260 billion. So these franchises are, of course, separate, but if you were to actually stack up, I guess, Disney in the top 6 to Pokemon, Disney is technically bigger because apparently Winnie the Pooh is number 3, which has been around since 1924. So that's probably why, in terms of how well it does on DVD, box office, retail sales. Original media was from a book. And then Mickey Mouse and Friends is afterwards, followed by Star Wars, which is, again, why we're here today, and then followed by Disney Princess. So that's oh, and then sorry, let's go down to then Marvel shortly after. I mean, yeah, Disney just crushes everything. And it's pretty cool to see this list as well, because Mario, I mean, with Pokemon, like, Nintendo has a majority shares of, or majority control. It's split into threes, but because Nintendo owns creatures, or has like a piece of creatures, they actually technically have the largest amount controlling shares of Pokemon. So with Pokemon is, of course, Nintendo, and we might actually see Nintendo before Pokemon, which I would love to see. Mario and Super Smash would be awesome in our VV, as well as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which is owned by Warner Bros., which we already know that we have. So this list is absolutely awesome to see. And they always target what are going to be the biggest licensors, right? Like, they go for the most nostalgic. They go for what is going to sell the most and is going to attract the masses to VV, get the most users, get the most excitement. And so the fact that we're looking at number 5 right now, technically, when we've looked at all the licensors, when we looked at Marvel and DC, they're in here, right? Like, Batman's right there. But this is the first time where we've actually hit a top 5 list of highest grossing media franchise licensor in the app. And that's because of Disney and Star Wars on there as well. And when you think of Star Wars, I mean, there's 12 movies, right? Like, there's 12 legit movies. And I actually have only done this once, and I watched it, I think it was what movie was that came out? I watched all the movies in order from like the chronological, or not chronological, sorry, from like where they were in terms of the timeline. And I did it a while back, but I need to go back out and do it because I love Star Wars. I mean, these movies are absolutely incredible. But there are, of course, those 12 major movies. And then it isn't just the movies, right? Like, Star Wars is massive. There are well over, and this was 2017. I couldn't find an exact figure. Back in 2017, there were over 402 Star Wars books. I had a buddy back in high school who he collected Star Wars books, and he read them religiously, and his shelves were just riddled with them. So when you think of like Star Wars fandom, it isn't just the movies, it isn't just the TV shows, it's the books, it's the comic books as well, which I'll get into that as well, because I have touched on it and before that I do believe that we will see Star Wars comic books come to VV as well. Before I get into that piece and a little bit on the TV series, let's check in with you guys. Riley says, let's go, OMI homies. Hey, what's up, Randy? Romian asks, hello all, how much gems do you prepare for this drop to catch one of the second market? So that's a really good question. I mean, technically, when you look at things shooting up in value on VV from these golden moments, I would compare the Star Wars pretty similar to Homer. And the reason why Homer has shot up and like held its value so well is because it was the first actual drop to come out from these golden moments, right? And it has Matt Groening's signature on the bottom of it. So that definitely adds some value to it. So what I would consider is probably the floor will be what we've seen roughly around anywhere between 300 to 400, and then it'll probably go up and then go back down. So I'm always careful in the aftermarket following the drop, because you don't want to FOMO in, right? Like people FOMO into Wally, and when you FOMO into Wally, I think people are spending up to almost $400, and now you can get Wally just around $200. So that's half the value. And if you just waited, you would obviously, been, okay, I've got a Wally for 200 versus 400. So that $200 can go towards other collectibles, right? Other sets that you can complete. And I would actually challenge you right now. It's FOMO, right? Like we all want these Disney drops, but there's so many deals in the market outside of this. This is where you complete sets. Like this is the gem squeeze. So some alpha knowledge, I highly recommend if you've been wanting that Batman or that Labbit or that Jermaine Rogers rabbit, like the Choices rabbit, I would take advantage while everything's down. And it's probably going to continue down up until the end of tomorrow, because of everyone's gonna be trying to get that Walt and Mickey in the aftermarket. And yeah, people have $2,000 to $3,000 just able to throw in there and we'll pay it, right? So that gem squeeze will probably continue well into tomorrow, possibly all the way through the weekend and a little bit into next week. So prices could keep moving down, but if there's something that you really want, it's on bargain right now. It could go cheaper, but you never know, right? So I would highly recommend that you would look at not just securing these drops, but also other sets. All right, I'll get off my soapbox now. What? Captain Carter's only $189. That's a whole set. Ooh. Thank you. Is the marketplace closed already? Ah, dang it. I was like, I could buy another Captain Carter. That'd be good for a Master Collector program. All right, we have... pull back up before we continue on. We have 27 minutes and 9 seconds left. So we will be doing the drop here live. Make sure everyone's in here. I appreciate you guys hopping in. We'll be doing this as a family. We'll be conjoining all of our force so that all 158 of us are one with the force, and we will be able to secure this drop. Right? Right. Unless some of you have maybe some of the dark side of the force. I mean, technically, they always seem to kind of win for a majority of the series, and then they get taken down. So, I mean, what's your take? If you had a choice, if you could choose between being on the light side and being a Jedi, or choosing the path of the dark side and being a Sith Lord or a Darth of some kind, which would you choose? Obviously, when I played Knights of the Old Republic, I was always a Darth Vader, or like something that was like on the dark side. If I play a Star Wars game, I usually want to choose the dark side because it's more fun, right? Like Force Lightning, you have like the red saber. I mean, yeah, I'm curious what you guys would choose. Interesting side note for you, Taps. Unreal Engine just opened up a MetaHuman Creator app on their website, free to use, custom characters for Viviverse possibility. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll take that as a takeaway. Let me Unreal. That's very interesting. But we actually have something kind of like that called Meta Hero in the crypto world. So I'm curious, Unreal needs to step up, right? We're seeing more and more, not just crypto, but actual projects being built out and games built out on Unity. So, and Unreal is still a private company. I hold Unity shares. I'm very bullish on Unity, but Unreal obviously makes incredible. It's one of the go-to gaming engines, right? All right. Sody Pop says dark side is more fun. I agree. I do both. Best of both worlds. You want like a little bit of dark side and light side? Always dark side. All right, let's continue on. But shout out to everyone here in the chat. Please hit that like button, but let's continue with some of the knowledge. We already covered just how many Star Wars books there are, just how big the fandom is, just how many movies there have been. But when you look at also the shows that have absolutely flooded in, not just Disney Plus, but everywhere. I mean, Clone Wars is 7 seasons strong, and it is absolutely crushing. I mean, I didn't even know they had shows back in the 80s, like cartoon shows. They had an animated series called Ewoks and Droids, which is pretty cool. Back in 85, that was before my time, on ABC, which Disney owns ABC. Rebels, Resistance, The Bad Batch, Visions. I haven't watched Visions. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I have watched Visions. I haven't watched all of it yet. I haven't watched much of the Bad Batch yet. That's the one that I kind of want to continue watching. But I love Visions because it has that anime piece to it. And oh, that's actually some good information. Did you guys see the piece about how Disney anime bringing anime? I saw that every anime coming to Disney Plus. Disney Plus has released a new roster of APAC content to be released by 2023. Here are 4 new anime that will be hitting the streaming platform, and those are Ragnarok, Devilman Crybaby, oh wait, no, those are not it. Hold on. Nope. The ones that are hitting are Black Rock Shooter Dawnfall. Never seen that. Summertime Rendering, Yojohan Time Machine Blues, Twisted Wonderland. Interesting. So the piece that I think and I'm really curious why they're coming with those first, right? Because it talks about My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, which obviously those are some of the go-tos, Seven Deadly Sins, like a bunch of big brands and big shows in anime. But Disney latest streaming platform to join the anime game, and here's every anime coming to the streamer as Disney Plus prepares to enter more markets in the APAC region, South Korea, Taiwan, and Hong Kong in November 2021. The media giant is looking to add more APAC programming to its roster on top of K-dramas, J-dramas, and documentaries. 4 new original anime. Oh, those are original. Okay, that's why I was like, I'm not familiar with those. 4 new original anime will be hitting Disney Plus. So Disney Plus is absolutely just trying to eat the lunch of everybody, right? Like they're trying to dethrone Netflix. They're actually catching up in terms of how many users and how much revenue they're making pretty fast. So now they're going after Crunchyroll. They're going after Funimation, right? So that's pretty cool. But I want to share that piece with you guys real quick. So there are so many shows and so many movies, obviously live action shows, which we've seen The Mandalorian, which is now, 3rd season's coming, and it's absolutely stellar. But the Book of Boba Fett is actually coming in December of this year, which I am really excited to see that. And then we have Andor, which, the Forest Moon of Andor, right? So I think that would probably cover, is Andor, that's where the Ewoks are, right? I believe so. Someone who's a bigger Star Wars nerd than me can probably correct me on that. The Acolyte, which I'm not sure what that's about. Lando, Acolyte, Star Wars franchise spawned. Not sure. Lando, of course, coming from Lando Calrissian in Rangers of the New Republic. So there are more and more shows coming out with Disney, and we've already seen that a lineup between Veve and Disney Plus, right? So as more comes out, we'll probably see some of those Disney Plus shows come out, but also maybe we could see something tied with some of these other shows. Like we might see something on Netflix, or we might see something, on some other platform. But it does look like all of these are tied to Disney Plus. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, like even maybe tied to Mandalorian. If we got Grogu, if we got Baby Yoda, oh man, that would be the one that would, like, good luck getting it, just because it doesn't matter if it's a common. It doesn't matter if there's 20,000 of them. Everyone's going to want a Baby Yoda in their showroom. All right, let's continue on. So how many Star Wars characters are there? So if you jumped in on my Disney Plus, if you dropped on my Disney streams or my Pixar stream, I talked about how there's 800 Disney characters. I talked about how there's 400 Pixar characters. Star Wars, there are over 21,647 characters. And that was back in 2019. So there's actually more. It actually took a team of scientists to calculate how many characters there are in all of Star Wars. That's how big this universe is. That's how monstrous this fandom is. Every single movie, even Phantom Menace, there are characters that I thoroughly enjoyed, right? Like Darth Maul. Darth Maul was sick. And did I like the Phantom Menace? Not particularly. Jar Jar Binks obviously drives most of us nuts, and there's all that lore around him being like the ultimate Sith Lord, which I found entertaining. If you've never seen it, there's an entire, like, it's older. I probably watched it like a decade ago, but there was an entire like group and entire like YouTube videos around all of these pieces that show that Jar Jar Binks is or has to be a Sith Lord. And it's hilarious, but they do make some good points. We've got 19 minutes, fam, so let's continue on. And shout out to everyone in the audience. We got Audible in the house. Appreciate you all the time, Audible. Always supporting me. We got Lori. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, Lori. Ooh, nice, man. Just recevoir un Captain America zombie. I do have a Captain America zombie. I hope you do it too. I think we'll eventually have NFTs of scenes from movies. That's a good question, right? Like that's actually what I was hopeful when they said Disney moments originally was like, what if it's actually moments from scenes in the movies, right? Like where you see the witch give the poison apple to Snow White, or where you see like Cinderella like lose her shoe on the steps or have it like put on her foot or whatever, things like that. So they could, right? I mean, we know they're animated, but the thing they would have to figure out is how do they actually, you know, make it a scene that plays out without having it detour from your vault. But you never know. We'll see how things go. All right, so Star Wars, massive fandom. And as we can see, we have, of course, C-3PO. So C-3PO is 60 gems, 12,333 editions, which that is a good amount, but we've already seen everything sell out like crazy, right? So 60 gems for 12,333. I know myself, even if I fail, I'm going to be buying this in the marketplace. But the hard part is, again, if you FOMO in, you're probably going to end up paying more off the bat than what it could go down to. But what's different with our community is people take to Twitter, right? And there's like, I talk about things on my channel, but I usually don't pump up a lot of collectibles unless I can really, unless I'm trying to give you like, hey, this is why you should own this. And it's usually well after it's come out. But I am very bullish on Star Wars, but people take to Twitter and then they start pumping these, right? Like someone will probably find like a Wookiee or something hidden in like, there's all these like little things that people are like, oh, this is Walt's pen, or this is the ball that's the Luxo ball or whatever that's hidden underneath the hat. And they're pretty close, right? Like it did kind of look like Walt Disney's pen. The Luxo ball, the cutouts around it and all that made me kind of think it was just a piece of the hat and the star was just a reflection from one of the stars, but you never know. I mean, Disney hides things all the time, so that would be pretty cool. So it's tough to think if I'm not going to FOMO into these, right? So if I miss, then I'm not going to just buy right away. I'm going to probably wait a few hours, maybe a day, watch them go down, because actually, I would wager that that's the move, because people are going to be trying so hard to get as many gems as possible for tomorrow's drop. It's 333 gems for Walt and Mickey, and that is going to be an instant. I mean, probably hit the floor around maybe $2,000, but that's underselling it. It's going to shoot up to 3,000 in my opinion. We'll see what happens, but that's the OG. Like that's the one that everyone wants, right? And so, and I really want these, but I'm probably going to wait for the FOMO to subside if I don't get one, or if I only get one, and then I'll be picking up the other one. And then we do see, of course, R2-D2, which this is the one I want the most. So if I am able to snag one with you guys here today, I really hope it's R2-D2. And no hate to C-3PO, but it's R2, right? Like he is the droid I am looking for. And he is 60 gems, 8,333, which is pretty cool to see that they made him an uncommon and not a rare on this one, because that gives more of us the chance to actually get an R2, as well as a chance of getting an R2 versus a C-3PO, right? So it looks like we have what? A 1 in 1.6 chance. Oh, wait, you guys can't see my screen. My bad. It looks like we have a 1 in 1.68 chance of getting a C-3PO versus a 1 in 2.48 chance of getting an R2-D2. And we have a 1 in, I'm going to say, 200,000 chance of actually getting one in general, because there are so many people on this now that it is so hard to compete. We've got 14 minutes and 20 seconds, fam. Let's keep going. Shout out to everyone in the audience. If you guys can, please hit that like button. Let the fam know that we are in here. We are going to be doing this as a group, channeling our force. We are one with the force, and we are going to snag this drop. So on to what I believe. Now, if you watch my videos, I've touched on this before when I went through all of the top selling comic books. And when you look at the top selling comic books of all time, we've pretty much dashed every single fandom off of them so far. Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. Secret Wars is, I forgot, someone explained it to me, but it sounds like there's a mix from Marvel in there. So I don't think we've hit that yet. Spider-Man, again, Spider-Man rules comics. Batman, Fantastic Four. But number 2, which is right behind X-Men, which we've seen X-Men, is Star Wars. So this is actually 2015. But what's interesting is this the most popular Star Wars comic? No, not by fandom. It is the most selling, though, because it appeals to the masses. And plus, the actual comic cover looks dope, right? Like, it very much speaks to that original Star Wars fandom that we all know and love. If you've been paying attention to sales numbers, your eyes probably got wide. It's a big jump from Fantastic Four's number 60 at copies sold 752,699 to Star Wars number 1's just over 1 million copies sold. And this is an older article too. So I think it's about a year or two old. So that's definitely jumped up, especially considering that collecting and comics have been jumping up, especially thanks to Veve, because we've all been collecting more of the actual physical statues and comics and things of those nature, because it's just making bigger fans of us as well on the physical side. But Star Wars comic books, I do believe we will see a actual digital comic book NFT of Star Wars come soon to Veve, because it just makes sense, right? And what we've seen is kind of like that paradigm shift of the collectibles are hot right now, right? Like, and of course there's a gem squeeze, so everything is very much sold down because there's just a clamoring need for more money to put into what collectibles we want. But the comics are now getting overshadowed. So it's that teeter-totter that I've spoken about before, where right now collectibles are the focus, right? In the comics, you look at some of the pricing on them, and there are some bargains there, right? Like there's a bargain with Kang. There's a bargain with, what was the other one? Someone posted and it was like $700 something, like $780 for a secret rare comic. And I was like, that's a mistake, whoever's selling that. It doesn't matter which comic it is at this point, because they'll eventually have that teeter-totter shift back up. But Star Wars comic book NFTs, I do believe we will see somewhat soon. And when you actually look, so this is the most, top selling one. And so I do believe that will probably be what we see. It might not be the first one we see, but when you actually look at the fandom, there are a bunch of big comic books from Star Wars that could come, and that actually have pretty cool, like there's like the OG looking ones, like this one looks like it came back from like the 80s, right? But there's a bunch of different types of comic books to take the Tarkin, the newspaper strips, 8 for Aduba 32, the new Empire, like these are the most popular, right? So the likelihood that we could see a whole onslaught of Star Wars comic books in Veve is very possible. We have the Dark Empire, Lando, Knights of the Old Republic, Legacy, Vader Down, and Hope Dies. So these are some of the most popular ones. And I would love to see Star Wars NFT comic books come. Let's check on our time just so we don't want to miss the drop while we go through. We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes and 18 seconds. Before I continue on, and I will go through actually some of the Decon stuff, let's focus on the Star Wars stuff too, right? Decon, if you haven't seen yet, 15 drops, not including Walt and Disney, which is also tomorrow. So I guess there's 16 drops between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The next 73 hours, basically, there's going to be 15 drops. That is crazy. So it's too much in my opinion, but wow, like this is what they said was going to happen, right? Like there's going to be just so many people coming in, so many users that you're going to need to choose which collectibles, which comic books, which sets you actually care about as a collector. Because are we focused on making money in this app? Yeah, but they're also more focused on creating avid fandom and collectors and users in this. So before I go towards this piece, let's address a couple of the questions and things that you guys have said. Let's go. Lost Wolf. Anyone else get their Disney Plus yet? Gone my 3 months last night. So, I mean, I haven't actually gotten Drop yet. So if you haven't gotten your, let us know, I guess, if you have received your Disney Plus. I'm not sure how it works since even if I got one, I already have Disney Plus. So I think you have to use it by January, they said. So if that were to happen, I guess you could just cancel it, then use this, and then re-add. But why would you do that, right? Like, I guess you could just, wait. But good question. I'm not sure if you can use it yet. They might be waiting till the week is done. But if you have already started using your Disney Plus, let us know. Decon is looking good for indie. I agree. I'm actually really excited for some of these. Some I could take them or leave them. Like I'm happy they're supporting artists, and I think they have really good looking stuff. But some of them, like, am I going to try for them? Yeah, I try for everything. Like if I can get a drop, great. Would I flip it? Probably not. I'm not much of a flipper, but some of these I'm really excited for. Like the Eve, I want. Like some of the actual artwork, the posters I want. And there's some of the collectibles where I'm like, I don't necessarily need them, but I will try for them. Yes. Justin says lightsaber NFTs. I want those too. Like I 100% want a lightsaber NFT to throw in the hands of my Batman or of my Spider-Man, or I'll have it like coming out of my Myrmicorno's head. Like, there's so many different ways that we could play with the actual guns from Star Wars, like with the actual sabers from Star Wars, from the actual droids and AT-ATs, which Dan did say in a past AMA that would be really cool to see, which you never know, right? All right, let's go ahead and, hey, I have a physical of the 2015 Star Wars. Congrats, man. That's awesome. Let's see. We've got 6 minutes still, fam. OMI salute, my friend. Keep going. OMI the clown in the house. Good luck, Taps. Dude, I've gotten so many questions, or like so many comments of, hey, you always show Ecomi Wiki, which thank you so much for creating that site. I love that site. I love that you created it because it's one of the best. And one of the best resources for me as a collector, and using in the app, like to actually identify, like, is this a good price for me to buy? I get so many comments like, hey, when is it coming back up? When's it coming back up? So if you have an ETA, great. If not, no worries, man. Like, this has been crazy. And so when it is back up, I will be, of course, utilizing it more on my videos because I'm a big fan. Taps, what's the burn from this week? I'm actually probably going to be able to come out with a video that should come out tomorrow morning that will touch on that. It's a lot. Like, a lot of OMI is getting burnt from this week. Consider also, I can't have a full number yet because of Decon. Like, we only have the Friday article so far. So until I get all of the other articles and it shows how many editions total, who knows, right? Like from Sunday to Sunday, we had 6 Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel drops. And then we have 15 drops from artists. Like, I don't even know how much OMI is burning, especially the fact that it's dropped down in price. It looks like I got my 12 months. Congrats. That's awesome. They send you a code and only for new accounts, no existing. I mean, you can always just create another account, right? Or I imagine. I don't know. But it's good to know that it's already active. We have real life utility tied to these collectibles, and we have 5 minutes left, people. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure your app is open. You are ready to go, because this is the drop to make sure that you get. Steve says he got an email. Sounds like people are receiving them, so that's good to know. Lori says she wants the Japanese art. Same. I really like the rabbit rabbit wave and the cherry blossom tree. I think that's really cool. And I'm going to go into the Decon side after this drop, but let's get this drop done. See who gets it. Hopefully I get one. I wish you all luck, and then we'll go into Decon. And if you haven't seen some of these drops are coming from Decon. That OBL, Orange Bag Lady, actually hosted this AMA yesterday with David Yu and Alex from marketing from Veve. It's great. Like, we're going to go through these and actually take a look at them and see what we want, what we're kind of on, but it's going to be a big weekend. So we're going to touch on all that. But of course, we have this first. Make sure you guys are ready. We have less than 4 minutes to go. Yeah. Eve is the Mighty Jacks drop, which that's the one that's like the main one I want. It's beautiful. Some people are saying it's a little provocative, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not like too provocative. And I think we need a little more edginess in the app anyways, right? And I do think maybe they could turn on parental controls eventually on the app and figure that out. So if you see that as too provocative for your kid to see in your showroom or to play with or whatever, then maybe they'll set something up like that. Shout out to Real Talk. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Decon artists seem to want interoperability more than Disney or Marvel. Will there be more profit gains and ownerships with Decon NFTs? That's interesting. So, of course, they want more interoperability because they want to build on as many different projects as possible, which makes sense. Like Frank, this is not his first NFT that he's really working on, but they are the most successful. Same thing with other artists that are going to come into Veve. So will there be more profit gains and ownership with Decon NFTs? When you say profit gains, are you saying like OpenSea and an Immutable X? No. And the reason why I say no is because, yes, they'll do well, and they've done very well in Veve, but there will be more profit gains in some of the bigger brands. And then when I think maybe some of the artists that you could see, if they were doing Metacom, I hope they do a surprise drop, which, by the way, like, they've done a surprise drop every single con until now. So there might be a secret 16th drop that we don't expect. So be ready. I'm hoping it's Bear Bricks from Metacom, but something big brand. We got 2 minutes. Big brand like that would crush. If we got Banksy, if we got when we get Cause, those will sell very much well in the the other marketplaces outside of Veve in terms of profit gains as well. So here we go, guys. We got 1 minute and 43 seconds. Utility got delayed. I didn't see the question, but all right. Thank you. Ecomi Wiki will be back on the 16th after this weekend. Dope. Utility got delayed, so I'm guessing someone asked about utility. I'll actually be covering that in a video for tomorrow. That comes out tomorrow morning. We've got about a minute. All right. Friend said 2 cents by end of year, or he cuts his long hair. I love it, man. There's been some crazy things, like some crazy bets that I've seen. I forgot I made one with what's his name, with Cryptomaniac a while back, that I'd shave my beard if it hits something crazy. I can't remember what the number was, but it hasn't, and I think that's for end of year. So we'll see what happens. But we've got less than a minute, fam. Everyone, channel, and I'll get to the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Enthusiastic. I will get to it, but we've got the drop right now. Less than 40 seconds to go. Everyone, we are one with the Force. The Force is one with me, right? Put out your good energy, your good force, and let's get this drop. All right. I'm going to come over here, so I am ready for this. 15 seconds, fam. I know I'm off screen, but let's get this. This is serious work. 3. No. I'm still seeing the buy now button. Keep jamming if you still have a buy now button. If it's broken, we know the rules. Just keep going. I don't care if I end up with 4, like, these will sell. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if this is the case, if if the app is, and let me know, are you guys seeing sold out? It's saying, Lost Wolf saying no, sold out. Oh, I'm seeing sold out now too. And I've got a spinning reserving order on one. Oh, man. I'm having the worst luck on these drops. So on my iPad, no luck, but I'm showing a reserving order screen on my phone. Let's see. Uh-oh. It looks like Brad got one. Congrats, Brad. Crushing it. Nope. Let's try for the rebound. It looks like it's good to go now. Sold out, sold out. Got one. First drop I got in the last 2 months. Congrats, Omar. And I want to make sure I don't forget the super chat, so we'll get that. But we're going for the rebound. Oh, no, I missed it. Dang it. Oh, I saw the buy now button. No. Oh, I was talking. I shouldn't have been talking. I should have just been focused in. The force is weak with me today. No, I actually saw the rebound and didn't get it. We're still trying. Even if you get one, you should still go for rebounds. I've actually been able to get a rebound after I've gotten one several times, probably about 3 times. Not obviously golden moments, but oh man, I messed up. I messed up, fam. So I really want this, but I'm going to take the moment to stop and show you guys what I'm doing on this. And the reason why I'm doing on this is because my iPhone is a 13, so it's much faster than my iPad, which I have hooked up to the computer right now to show you guys. But what I'm doing is I'm going out, back in, and on my iPhone, since it's a little bit like longer and probably, I guess that's zoomed out, I'm immediately clicking that buy now, or where that buy now button will be. So that way, if I actually see it, then I'm able to get it. I don't need to see it. If it pops up, I know it's there. And that's where I messed up. If I actually was doing that when I was hopping back between my phone for the rebound, I would have gotten it. That's what's been really effective. Oh, man. And I usually try until right around 4 minutes after, sometimes 5 minutes. I don't think, and the reason why these even happen is because of failed captchas or because someone is not able to make a transaction, right? So if you don't need to preload gems in order to go for these drops. People ask that all the time. So if you don't want to like load up, 60 or 100 or however many gems for this drop, you don't need to. You can go ahead and have 0 or have, like 10 gems. And then once it goes live, and if you actually are able to secure one, you can then add gems there and secure that without losing it. So I've never done it that way because I usually always have gems in here. But Reese has said on multiple times that is how you do it. I think I struck out, fam. Dang it. I really wanted this one. This sucks. I wanted R2. Oh, well. Well, I do need to actually collect more sets anyways. So I will definitely be buying R2D2. I will definitely be buying C3PO. I need to complete more of my sets as well as I need this set, right? So I will definitely, no, not that one. If you want to follow me, but though, that is my name on Veve. You can add me on there. I'm probably going to go ahead and make all my collectibles public so you can see all my collectibles, see my showrooms, which I'm going to actually start utilizing a little bit better. And I'm definitely going to have R2 and C3PO probably welcoming you in, right? Like these are the droids you're looking for. if I can get them. We'll see how expensive they are in the aftermarket. Like I said, you probably should not FOMO into the drop or into these right after, because they're going to shoot up. They're going to shoot up. People are going to list them high, and then they're going to eventually go down because people are going to be trying for Walt and Mickey, which is 333 gems. So let's see how you guys did. Shout out to Enthusiastic for the $5 super chat. Did you see negative backlash on Disney Twitter for the NFTs? Just further confirms we got in at the right time. People still don't get what this is. I didn't. So when you're saying there was negative backlash, are you saying that people were like mad on Disney's Twitter, like saying, oh, NFTs are a scam, or the Veve app is slow and it broke, or something like that? I could see that, but that's nothing new, right? Like every time we get some like new people into Veve and Ecomi, they come in not with an investor mentality. They come in as a true newbie, right? Like some of these people don't have crypto. Some people are very new to crypto. And so they don't have that investor mentality where it's like you get in and there's going to be a long hold on a collectible or an investment. And they don't understand that this company thought they were going to be at 60,000 users end of year, or maybe 100,000, right? And they're around now, probably around 1 million. And so how fast they've jumped in a year and how massive the user base has grown into, it's unforeseen, right? So the fact that it's had issues is annoying, but it's just going to keep going. Uncle Drew got one. Congrats, man. One pending. Nathan Scully got C3PO 11304. Awesome. Let's see. I've got a few of these get through before we continue on to Decon. So congrats if you got one. I'm going to go through some of the Decon drops next. Make sure you stick around, but let's address some of these comments. Yep. I had the same thing, just spins forever. So I just kept saying reserving and spinning. Oh, you got an R2? Hype got an R2. That's awesome, man. I'm jealous. Steven, you're in a 2-month drought? Oh, that's brutal, bro. I'm currently in a week-long drought, but usually I'm able to secure one of something, right? Like it's 30,000, 60,000 comics drop, I get one. Like I did pretty well on the Marvel Mighties though for Eternals. I did complete that set and got a ultra rare from that drop, so I was stoked. And I should have sold it because it's now like down to like less than $200. That's a set that if you haven't completed the Eternals yet, they are on sale right now. You can grab both. There's one that was for sale, the ultra rare, for like 180, and another one that was like right around 170 or 160. So you can complete that massive set of 10 collectibles for really cheap, and it gives you a ton of master collector program points. So if you haven't done that yet, I would look at those. Got a C3PO. Congrats, Kunwar. Oh man, you guys took my R2. You guys got that positive good force from this drop. So congrats. Got the R2D2. That's awesome. My girlfriend got her second ever drop, and it was today. She's so happy. I love hearing that. Congrats, Kieran. I love hearing just how many people are getting family and getting friends and kids, everyone involved in this. It is awesome to see. Like there is so much community coming in, and it isn't like just from word of mouth. It's because they're like, man, you've been talking about this Veve thing for so long, which if you didn't see my Veve sign back there, I finally got my little Veve gift thing from Ecomi and Veve, just to say thanks for, like supporting them and for doing content and all that. So I love my Veve lamp back there. And there's like a signed thing from David Yu, like his signature, which is cool. And I think Dan Crothers is the other one. I couldn't read it. He's got like doctor writing. But I love seeing this, right? Like I'm in a bowling league. Every Wednesday I go to my bowling league, and I told someone about it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And he was, like, oh, how do I get OMI? Like it's not on Binance. It's not on Coinbase. And I walked him through and like kind of helped him on it, send him a few videos and all that. And he's like, well, what about Veve? He's like, oh, this is dope. Like they have Marvel. He was all about it. And then now it's been 3 weeks and I just saw him last night, and he's talking to other people in the bowling league, like telling them, like showing his collectibles. He now has like 25 collectibles in 3 weeks. He's gung ho. He's all about it. So he's telling them, he's like, oh yeah, like if you want the OMI token, like it burns when gems burn. Like he had all this alpha knowledge already after 3 weeks of being in. And he was like, yeah, you go into Bit4X and this is a spot account. Like I love it. So tell your friends, tell your family members, like we are making money here on the Veve app. We are making money in OMI, which it's down, right? And I'm going to get into that actually in my next video around, what I believe will happen, what we're seeing with some of the, the downtrend that we're seeing with the price. But I love seeing more people hopping into the community. So well done, Kieran. Shout out to Zach R. Caught me one coach in Mexico. Viva la Mexico. Awesome. Congrats. That's so sad I didn't get one. There's no more rebounds. Dang it. I really wanted one. I just have to spend the money now. Tomorrow's payday, so I'm going to be in the marketplace. Ellis got R2D2. Lori got C3PO. Congrats. Secured R2D2. It looks like a lot of you guys secured one from here. I hope you guys were all saying that you're one with the Force, and you were saying it more believable than I was. Bruh, I had a rebound, and I was too busy watching this amazing stream, and I lost the opportunity. You probably saw the same one as me. Thank you for the compliment, New York Patriot, but I am sad that you missed out on the rebound. I can't believe I saw it. Like I saw it and I was like talking and I was like, no, like it's gone like that. If you're not clicking ahead of time, it's gone. So what? Project Little Rock got 2 R2D2s. We're using 2 devices, bro. Like how did you get 2? And I need to like plug back into my Ethernet directly into my phone because I'm failing big. There's just too many people in here now that I can't secure. Mine is stuck on order delivery. Does this mean I got one? Did it show a green truck? If you don't have a green truck or it didn't show the number or it doesn't show pending, like the red banner, you might have not gotten one. If it's just spinning, then I don't know. Oh, thank you for pointing this out. Smash Copper says the backlash that was seen on Disney NFTs was regarding the environmental impact of NFTs. Can someone, if you have that tweet around or you can find it, can you tag me in that on Twitter? Because I will learn them. I will tell them I am very, very familiar with all things green, what the impact is on NFTs compared to your Christmas lights and most other energy issues in the world. NFTs in general are not even close to what is hurting this environment with how much energy they consume, let alone the fact that we are like on Immutable X, carbon neutrality. Like we are one of the greenest solutions for the NFT world. Veve, everything on Immutable X. So if you tag me in that, I will dispel some of that major things that we're seeing from backlash from the environmentalists in the Disney community saying things negative about Veve. Laura says, thank you for the amazing interview with Illuvium founder yesterday. Great immutable game. I'm making bank. Yeah, you are making bank. I'm making bank too. Kieran on that stream was awesome. If you haven't seen it, I'd go take a look at it. If you're a fan of gaming, they're crushing, like absolutely crushing the space, and they're going to continue to. Kieran Kramer, Elio Trades is quite a big YouTuber who is also really great. Has Ecomi in his latest thumbnail. Does he? Oh, man. Oh, that's awesome. We're going to get into Decon as well. And I'll add that to my reading list. I did not see that Elio spoke about 21 hours. If he spoke about Ecomi again, he hit 500,000. Wow. I've been following Elio Trades for a long time. He was really the first streamer to start talking about, I don't see in the thumbnail. He was really the first NFT like enthusiast to really start talking about them years ago as a crypto streamer and crypto YouTuber where many were not. So I'm a big fan of him. He's built Super Farm, which is built on Immutable X. But let's continue on with the, if you say it's in the thumbnail, I'm looking at it right now. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, he did. He's covered quite a few projects. I saw that about the Livian piece. All right, let's get into Decon. Hopefully you guys got a drop. It looks like many of you did get an R2D2. It looks like many of you got a C3PO or an R2D2. Is the market open yet? I don't think it is yet because I would love to get one, but we're not going to FOMO. We're not going to FOMO in and spend a ton on these. The market is not open. Nope, not open yet, but we'll see. All right, let's touch on Decon. If you have not seen these drops from Decon yet, man, congrats to those of you who got an R2D2 or C3PO. I am very sad I did not. Make sure you hit that like button. Again, we're going to continue on to Decon now. We're going to look at the next 16 drops that we're going to see. And I know there's 15 for Decon, but there's also Walt and Disney and Walt and Mickey coming tomorrow. So there are 16 more drops. 16 over the next 3 days. So hit that like button. Let the fam know we're here. We're going to cover Decon now, while some of you wait for your R2D2 or C3PO to be delivered, and while I wait for the marketplace to open and watch as they shoot up and then hopefully go down, and then I buy some and add them into my vault. Now, we touched on Star Wars comics, and I do believe that they will be coming to Veve eventually. We touched on Decon. So, of course, do not forget that tomorrow is our last drop in partnership with Disney Plus, where we'll see Disney Moment, Walt Disney, and Mickey Mouse. And this is directly the statue that you see walking into the park, walking into Disneyland. And so this has so much nostalgic memory for people, like such emphasis on the man who created an absolute monster of a franchise that has brought us joy. How long has Disney been out? Does it say in the article? It's like 1920s. When did Disney start? 1923. It's almost a 100-year anniversary, right? We've got 2 more years, or October. Yeah, just under 2 more years until Disney hits its 100th year anniversary. What do you think is going to come to Veve on the 100th year anniversary? I hope like Steamboat Willie, like the OG cartoon of Mickey Mouse, something like that. But it's going to be a whole new world. What is going to be the Veve app come that time? But we do have this coming tomorrow. Unveiled in 1993 in honor of Mickey's 65th birthday. That was this statue called Partners, the partner statue with Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. It's at the heart of the Disneyland Plaza, and at its base contains a plaque that reads, "Partners, I think most of all, what I want Disneyland to be is a happy place where parents and children can have fun together." Now, this is going to be an expensive one. If you have not seen this drop yet, it is 333 gems, and there are going to be 4,333 editions that are going to be dropped all tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sorry, give me 1 second. My dog is losing her mind. I've got a Doberman who is very loud and does not like squirrels on our fence. All right. So there, for 333 gems, that's a lot, right? Like that's an expensive drop. I think the most expensive drop to date, and don't quote me, I guess, on this because I haven't researched it yet, but was Spider-Man, right? Like was the animated Spider-Man for 400 gems. And that was the secret rare, I think it was, or yeah, I think so. So 333 gems in terms of the pricing, from the cheapest being what, $6 or $7 all the way up to $400. This puts it as like a high ticket item, like a blue chip, right? So this dropping at 333 gems tomorrow, sorry, I'm reading some of the comments here, is probably going to have it hit the market initially. People will probably price it low to start because they don't realize what they hold, and they'll try to go for a quick grab, right? So I could see it hitting the market, some real low ones around like $1,200 to $1,800, and then it'll probably start ticking up to over 2,000. And these, I won't be surprised if they don't sit somewhere around 3,000, because it is that 10x, because again, it is an ultra rare, right? So this is the only ultra rare from the Disney drops, and it is a 1. a 1 of 1. So this is a set in itself. This is I believe, right? I haven't, yeah, it is, because all of these are like or 1 of 2s, right? So there's Homer and the skateboard are 2, and that makes 1 set. So this is a 1 of 1 ultra rare set. So this is one that is hard to complete. It's not a lot of editions. It's Walt and Mickey. It's an ultra rare, and it is a high ticket item at 333 gems. So this is one that if you can get, congrats. It is instantly worth a ton of money. And if I got it on the drop tomorrow, which I'm going to be driving to Decon in Anaheim, which is a little like 5.5 hour drive for me, I'm going to be pulling over just to do this drop. And I'll be probably at a Starbucks or something like that. And, some people are like, oh, well, you probably won't get it, right? Like, it has to be the highest ping. Yes and no. I've had success on older devices. I've had success on a golf course where I was able to secure a drop in like, type of reception. It's just like some of it's connection, some of it's luck. Some of it's just having like that millisecond where your fingertip just slightly beats someone else. And so this is one, go for it. Like if I was somewhere, like I'm pulling over to do this drop. If you have a meeting, if you have whatever you have, try for this drop, because it is 333 gems initially, but it's going to shoot up. And hopefully it's a 10x for you. Hopefully it's more. You never know. And again, you do not need to load gems ahead of time. At least that's what Reese has said. I haven't tried it, but I've heard that you don't need to. So if you get it, you can add gems and then pay for it that way. So that way you're not sitting with 333 gems, or like 350 gems on the app if you don't get it. All right, so let's continue on to Decon. Decon, 15 sets. So we have Walt tomorrow, and then we have continuing on through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have 15 more drops. And I'll show you what that looks like, because I did take a snapshot of the calendar. Let's blow this up so it's not little baby. So I took this screenshot during Orange Bag Lady's stream yesterday. If you don't follow Orange Bag Lady, you should. She's a great person. She has a really incredible artistic eye, and she's just she's entertaining to watch. She's great at what she does at presenting information. And she did a stream yesterday with David, you, and Alex that showed all of these drops, and we're going to go through it. Friday after the Walt and Mickey drop, we have Scott Tolson at 2 p.m., Sket One at 3 p.m., Cozy and Dan at 4 p.m., and then there's 4 drops tomorrow. And then we have 6 drops on Saturday from 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Man, they're not giving a lot of time. I don't know what they're going to do with the marketplace, right? Like, are they going to close the marketplace every half hour and then reopen it for, I guess they couldn't, right? So it's probably going to remain closed this window for 4 hours essentially, and then open maybe in between, like 1:30 till 2:30, and then close down again for these, and then reopens maybe at 4:30-ish. And then we have, again, 6 more drops on Sunday, and we're going to go through these, but holy crap. Hopefully you guys have your gems ready, because it is going to be insane. And on Friday, we have, again, Scott Tolson, and Scott Tolson has done work with Disney Company. He has done a ton of just big brand work, and is very successful with his collectibles designer toys, including Otis and Otto, Tricycle Terror, Doc Von Block, and Big Rollin' Rascal. And he worked directly for Disney. And he's actually bringing the Decon mascot directly to the Veve app. So does he have a name? Vincent. Vincent is coming to Decon. Of all of these, like, you have like the Mickey looking one. You have this, like, is that supposed to be 90s edition? Okay, I was like, I saw the giant clock around his neck, so I was like, is that supposed to be, what's his name? Favor Flav? Yeah. But he has like those colors from the 90s. Then you have the Heroes edition. Looks like Captain America kind of, but he's got like Iron Man's arm, all kinds of little hodgepodge to him. I'm excited for this one. So if you didn't catch the AMA yesterday, the rocker one, they said, was designed or collaborated with or worked around to be tied. Maybe not designed. They either said it was designed or meant to be a likeness of Jack Black. You notice how his beard, his hair from School of Rock, right? So it's the rock and roll edition. And it turns out that Jack Black has attended Decon in the past. So if Jack Black is there, you know, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, like I'm going to get his autograph. I'm going to be like, hey, look, I got you, right? Like I've got you in my Veve app, and maybe I'll get him to sign something from Veve. If you're going to Decon, I would bring something for people to sign, right? Like I'm probably bringing that lamp, that Veve lamp that's behind me. I'm going to figure out how to get a big old backpack, bring that with me. I want David, or not David, because he won't be there, unfortunately. I want Reese's, I want Alex, I want Trevor's, I want Noah's autographs on that lamp. And eventually one day I will meet David Yu, I will meet Dan Carruthers, and I will meet, you know, Jeremy Padower, and I will get them to sign that lamp as well. I think that would be awesome. So I'm going to try to get everyone's signature on there. Shoot, I'll get some of the homies on there too, maybe. But I would bring something to get signed if you were going to the event. So that is Vincent. See, I'm looking at some of you guys before I continue on. Market closed. Yes, the market is closed. MTL is coming soon. Yes, Noah actually came out with an article saying, or not an article, came out saying that we will resume all steam ahead on MTL and some of the, you know, the larger ticket items tied to the OMI token following this event. So we need to get through this. Everything got put on the back burner. I'm not happy about that, but I get it, right? Like they're at the whim of the licensors. If Disney Plus wants to do something for Disney Plus week, you kind of have to do what they say, right? Like they've been sitting on their license with them, their partnership with them for a long time. Can you send gems to people? I don't think so. I've been asked this before, and if you can, someone let me know. I don't think you can. At least I haven't been able to figure it out. All right, so we've got Vincent. Let's continue on. We got Sket One. Sket One is a painter, illustrator, and designer. Began his career as a graffiti artist in the 80s. In 2003, he started to design vinyl toys for such toy makers as Kid Robot, 3D Retro, Red Magic, Super Plastic, and more. He also works with Facebook, CBS. You see, like there's a lot of familiar brands and licensors that a lot of these other artists work with. And I've touched on this in other videos that we've seen Tristan and many others that work with some bigger brands that we haven't had announced on Veve yet, but they all know each other. They all hold the same licenses. So if Veve doesn't hold something and they're working directly with an artist, it's an intro, right? But they know everybody. Like they've been in the business for 20 plus years. Al Khan knows everybody. David knows everybody. So I rest my case. Universal Music, EMI, DC Comics, Ford, Toyota, Coca-Cola. Ooh, Coca-Cola. Now, David, you did say that there would be a big NFT space or something coming to Veve end of this year or beginning of the year, probably, of something you can drink. So I speculated Coca-Cola. Someone said it could be Starbucks. He said it's something you drink every day. So it could be Starbucks. It could be Coca-Cola. If it was December, it would make sense for Coca-Cola because they do have the Christmas commercials every year for decades. They have the polar bears running around. Maybe we could see something like that, or a Coca-Cola bottle with lights or something like that tied directly to, you know, Christmas time. Warner Bros. So this is his drop, Neapolitan Ting. This does not make me want ice cream at all, but it's interesting. Looking a bit more at it, it's kind of cool. It's not my favorite. It's not really my style, but there's going to be 888 editions, $77 for this drop. So there's not a lot of them. That is a low mint. And I mean, that price is not exactly high. It's not exactly low either. And of course, on the Vincent's, there's going to be the Heroes Edition is the ultra rare of it at 660. Wow, that is a low mint. Only 25 bucks. Ooh. That's a solid one. And that is a set of what, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 that make up Vincent, who's this guy right here from the Decon mascot. And there are trailing down from the common of 6,600 all the way down again to 666 of the drop of Vincent. So that is a 4 collectible set. Blind box fashion, all of these. And then coming to Cozy and Dan. I love these. These are dope. I think I'm more excited for, and I'll get to some of these questions here before I go into the rest of them, but I'm more excited for the actual art, the posters in here, than anything else that I've seen from the collectibles that are coming. So these look awesome. Cozy and Dan are a husband and wife, multidisciplinary artists based in the Japanese countryside who work collaboratively to create obsessively detailed works of art. Their work has been exhibited worldwide in museums from Los Angeles to Newcastle, UK, to Kiev, in galleries in Austria, Australia, Japan, Canada, Spain, the UK, Los Angeles, NYC, and more. Their commercial work includes everything from album covers, dinnerware, and clothing lines to interactive animation. They're obsessed with ocean and being underwater and hope to someday come to rest at the bottom of the sea and slowly be devoured by deep creatures over many years. So these are awesome. Look at them. So they're all these little rabbits that are basically, you know, impersonating the cherry blossoms on the actual cherry blossom tree. And man, Veve really likes rabbits, right? We've seen rabbits from Jermaine Rogers. We've seen rabbits from Frank Kozik. We're just seeing more rabbits come into our showroom, which I'm not mad at. I think it's really cool. And I really love this one. This is the one that really jumps out to me. And it looks like the Bunny Blossom, the second. So it's Bunny Blossom and Uprisings. Uprisings is the one that is going to be, right? I believe is going to be the one that's the uncommon. And all these are con exclusives. So yeah, Uprising I think is the one that is $45, $3,600, con exclusive, uncommon that will be dropped, and that is the one that I actually personally prefer. But the rare, which is that Bunny Blossom, is 45 gems and 1,266. These are blind box fashion, so you don't know what you get until you get it. But either way, they look pretty cool. I'm more excited about these than anything else. But I also do really want that Vincent Hard Rocker one. So I do think that would be pretty cool. We're going to continue on in the what is coming on Decon. If you haven't seen this AMA yet from Orange Bag Lady, they go all through the artists, and we're going to cover those as well. But let's look at a couple of the comments that you guys have been saying. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Full E asks, do you think a meetup will happen before December is here or to start the new year? I do think it will happen before December, personally, just because, as Noah said, they're going to be all steam ahead on all things immutable. It has taken way too long. Like, you know, everyone always says, like, you don't share enough about like negative sides. And I mean, I believe in this company. They have so many things that they're doing that it's hard to be patient. But we have been way too patient with Immutable. It needs to happen. And I do believe that we'll be seeing it soon after Decon, because it was supposed to come end of the week, right? Like last week. So, and that's something that Dan said. They've updated time and time again on these updates. So I do believe we'll see Immutable coming before December. Let's see. Randy says you can send gems. How? I'm curious. You can wall address an app and type the username. Yeah, but it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work very well. Oh, you can scan their code and then send gems that way? Got it. So if that's the case, that's awesome if you can send gems that way. New York says, remember, guys, NFTs are solely responsible for destroying the environment, even though they have not only been around for a tiny bit. Heavy. That's hilarious. Yep. It's just FUD. Like, people constantly look for reasons to find negativity in NFTs because they don't want to understand them, right? Like, it's one thing if you understand something. It's one thing if you choose to actually dive into it and understand it, or understand it and then don't like it, right? But what happens a lot of the time in investing in NFTs, in crypto, is people cover their ears and they open their mouth, right? They cover their ears, they shut their eyes, and they open their mouth. And it's just straight up ignorance, right? Like, it just takes time to actually look into something before you make a decision on it, right? Like, just research it. Take 10 minutes, 20 minutes out of your day before I make a heavily passionate statement on NFTs. Learn about them, right? And like, it doesn't take much to Google something and figure it out before you decide they're the worst thing in the environment. All right, let's continue on to Decon. I'm going to look at a couple more things here. What site is it that you're looking at? Are you talking about this one, the Medium article? If you look at Twitter, they always show the Medium articles. If you follow Ecomi on there, yes. Duo says, since yesterday's drops are fine, big upgrade, all is running more and smooth. Yeah, everything's running great now. Like, I can't get anything. It's absolutely a nightmare because there's so many people on it now, but it's working. It's not broken. We're happy with that. We're happy campers. Is the marketplace open yet? Let's see what these are selling for now. And then I'll continue on with the Decon drops. The marketplace is... it's open. Whoa. What are these selling for? R2D2, there's one for sale right now at $490. 490 gems for an uncommon R2D2. And then the next lowest to it is 625, and most are floor around 650. That's FOMO, man. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think that's high. I wouldn't pay that personally. I think it'll drop down, especially as people are trying to sell things to get gems for tomorrow. And C3PO is somewhere around 450, but there is one that someone ultimately did get for 400 gems. And yeah, that is crazy high in my opinion. I think they will drop down. I don't know. R2D2 might drop down to roughly about 400, 450 in my opinion, maybe 500, but we'll see. It's going to shoot up. And I don't think spending 650 gems right now is the move. Just as Just said, don't buy now. I would recommend that you wait and see as it goes down. But again, I could be wrong. You never know. Some person who has 3,000 followers on Twitter could say, "Hey, I found a Mickey hat hidden inside R2D2." I don't know, right? Like they'll dictate why it's worth more, and you'll either choose to believe it or you won't, right? And sometimes they're doing it because they got on the drop and want to sell, or it's because they actually believe it, right? Like they found something and they can find reasons why it should be higher than what it is. But I do think it'll correct down. All right, let's continue on to the rest of the Decon drops. So we haven't seen a Medium article come out yet for Saturday and Sunday. So this is straight from Orange Bag Lady's stream. Wow. Yeah, we were all about it. 6,988 views. Congrats, OBL. That is awesome. So we're going to take a look at what else is coming for Saturday and Sunday. And if you haven't yet, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more drops like this. Hopefully you guys like me streaming. I will, of course, always do content and do my videos where I actually go heavy into research. But I like this. I like actually being able to hang out with you guys to address some of your comments. And it's really nice, like just being able to interact with you guys, because just recording me talking to a camera is already hard enough, but no one ever talking back is definitely more difficult. So I like being able to sit in here with you guys, seeing you guys say, "Hey, I got an R2D2. Hey, I got a C3PO." Like that's exciting for me. And it's great to see people win, even if I'm not winning. So love that you guys are in here in the stream now. And I see Champ hopped in. Thanks, TapsTrades. Hey, shout out to Champs. W Champ is my homie. All right, so let's get into the rest of Decon. So we have Dave Pressler coming, who's a multimedia artist. This is coming on Saturday, right? So Saturday we have, let me see, where is the Saturday? We have Dave Pressler at 9 a.m. called Shut Up and Draw, and current role as the co-executive producer on the Rugrats reboot for Nickelodeon. I mean, I'm pretty excited when we see Nickelodeon, but this guy is who we're going to be seeing. Shut Up and Draw. So they did say that we now can confirm that we have bots on Veve because of this bot who will be hitting. He's kind of cool, right? Like, I don't know how much he's going to cost. Like, if he's like 20 gems and I'm able to snag him, yeah, like I'm going to go for it, right? Do I love him? No, like, but he's kind of cool and kind of playful. Like, he almost has like Bender arms, like from Futurama feature, which, by the way, the likelihood that we could see Futurama on our Veve app is pretty high as well, because Fox owns Futurama, which Fox owns Simpsons, which we have Simpsons on Veve. So the likelihood that we could see something like that is possible. Next, we have Brian M. Viveros, who is dropping at 10 a.m., the Cat Trooper. And he is, let's see, he's done Women of Power, which are like absolutely incredible, like warrior female empowerment paintings. And he is a well-known, celebrated artist. And man, I'm excited for these. Look at these. Just Us. These are beautiful. Like, I really want that black and white one. So this is dropping again 10 a.m. on Saturday. Yeah, 10 a.m. PT on Saturday from Brian Viveros, Just Us. Look at the detail in the helmet. Like, the shadow work from this is incredible. Oh, beautiful. I want this in my showroom so bad. I like the color one's cool too, but I'm a sucker for black and white. Like, I love black and white everything. Like, I want to have a black and white kitchen when I redo my kitchen, but this is so beautiful. All right, next, let's look at also from Brian and Barrows, the Cat Trooper. So this cracked me up. Is it just the Cat Trooper? No, it's Just Us too. So it is Just Us and the Cat Trooper. So it's basically the same exact thing, but we're getting the Cat Trooper version, which this is hilarious. Like, so unique, so interesting to have this come to our showroom, right? Like, we have Mondo, like theater posters. We have, Ted, like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure theater posters. And then now we're going to have a cat artist or cat painting on our wall in our vault. So that's absolutely hilarious. I'm still more of a fan of the black and white versus the color, but pick your poison. Mr. Mars says the cat's a sick. Market is open. Champ wants the black and white one too. Shout out to Enthusiastic. Medium has all 3 days worth of articles for me on my phone. Does it? Most drops are 25 to 45, or maybe they update it. It's all on Medium. Well, let's check it out. Veve Digital Collectibles, because I only saw that Friday one. Why is my computer being slow? Maybe because I've had this open for so long. All right, click on. Let's see if it does have all of them in the Medium. Oh, well, there's Sunday. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Good call. All right, let's go through the actual Medium. So we have, again, Shut Up and Draw, who is 77 gems, 888 editions, con exclusive ultra rare. It's an ultra rare. Wow. There's going to be a lot of ultra rares to drop. And one thing you need to consider too is, again, it's an ultra rare, so you get more points, right? So secret rares and ultra rares get more points, I think is what they said. So I do want to obviously try for all these. It's going to be absolutely hectic. These are the Cat Troopers blind box format. There's the color version, 1,266 editions for 45 gems. The black and white for 45 gems, 666 editions. Oops, sorry. Let me get that off. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I appreciate you, Enthusiastic, and for letting me know that. By the way, how do I get my chat on screen? When you say, how do you get your chat on, you mean like this? Like you're on screen right now? I click on you. So yeah, thank you for the super chat. That is definitely how you get your chat on screen, and shout out to you. Yes, the market is open. I would be careful though. It's expensive, bro. I would wait. Not financial advice, never financial advice, but I would wait. All right, and then we have these. These are so beautiful. The Just Us color is $45, 1,266 editions. I guess I say dollars, gems. The black and white is 45 gems, only 666 ultra rare. Oh, I want you so bad. I need you. And then Tristan Eaton. So Tristan Eaton is coming at 12 p.m. following that. And these are the Dunnies. So more rabbits. We can never have enough rabbits, right? So we have several of these Dunnies coming. There's the OG Devil Bunny. Is that a typo? Oh, I guess it is a bunny. So it's not a dunny? Or is that a typo? Oh yeah, it is a bunny. So these are not dunnies. That's good to know. Dunnies are actually some of the biggest collectible done by Tristan. So these are just known as bunnies. They look like the dunnies, at least to me. But Tristan Eaton does incredible graffiti art. He is an incredible artist himself. Like, I hope we see some of his actual art posters and all those come to our showrooms, because he does great art. And it looks like these OG bunnies will be coming with the OG Devil Bunny cast in gold, a black and white version, a red version, and a color version. So $25 across the board, done in blind box format. 6,666 of the common, 3666 of the uncommon, 2666 of the rare, and 666 of the ultra rare. Jim Mafood, aka Food One, has been working a professional freelance artist for the last 25 years. He comes from comic books, illustrations, advertisements. His design work on the Oscar-winning Into the Spider-Verse animated feature film, collaborative graphic novel of Marijuana Man. I'm not sure if I can say that on stream, with musician Ziggy Marley. But yeah, he did character design work on the Spider-Verse animated feature film. That's awesome. And this is his artwork that is coming. It is called Pop Life. It's pretty cool. Like, I prefer this over some of the collectibles. Personally, I think some of the artwork in here is amazing. And there is going to be, this is the ultra rare, dropped for 660. Man, I might strike out all week. There are so low mints from so many of these. 666 ultra rare, 50 gems in order to get Jim Mafood's Pop Life. And we know Jermaine Rogers, this is the creepy one. This is the this is the one I'm gonna have so much fun in my showroom with. Congrats to Meet Angel. Got the Marvel yesterday. Congrats. That's awesome. I didn't get any Star Wars either, brother. Duo says, please, could you say the but not a financial advisor? I always have my thing, and like everyone has like a start to their videos, right? So I always go through my thing. I always let people know, I am a what do I always say? I'm a crypto, stock, and real estate investor, but never a financial advisor. That's my catchphrase, right? Like, I don't know how it started. I just had to let people know what I'm into and what I don't do. Anime style. Yep. All right. Jermaine Rogers. Oh man, we saw the creepy choices rabbits, and now we have creeping Darrow. Look at this thing. He's terrifying. The red eyes from Jermaine Rogers. He's coming at you. All right. So creeping Darrow. Even the actual how it reads, we are fascinated with you. We have crept about your life, softly, unseen, shielding you. We are working for you. We are manipulating the odds to be in your favor. We have watched you sleep. Would you like to know how to get exactly what you want? We can show you. We are smiling. Trust us. That's so creepy. I love it. For 70 gems, there will be 1,111 editions dropped of rare Darrow Jermaine Rogers, this creepy bear. I want him underneath my Viviverse Vivi home bed, creeping out underneath to scare everyone who comes into my house. And then we have extra large, very large brand. A lot of people were really excited about this one on the stream. We have Little Friends. These people are saying like almost like our version of Bored Ape. I don't know, but they are pretty cool. I like this one more than the actual chrome and or silver and gold, but it has like the Lego hands. It's a gorilla coming from extra large West Coast Graffiti and Storied San Francisco Workwear. 50 gems for the 1,388 editions on the rare. The silver is 50 gems, 999 edition ultra rare, and only whoa, what? 488 editions, 50 gems for the secret rare of the gold extra large. That's not a lot. That's crazy. Sorry about that. I hit my mic. Give me 1 second. That is not a lot. So there's a secret rare coming on Saturday. 488 editions. How? That is crazy low mint. Is that one of the lowest mints technically in Veve? Someone, if you can confirm, because what's obviously the golden tickets, the James Bond ones are the lowest, but what would that be the lowest? I don't know. 488 editions is crazy low, and for only 50 gems. These drops are discouraging. 3 ping, and it still can't reserve an order. Suspect. Dude, Hunter, think about how many people are actually competing right now for these. Like, there are so many people not only just using the app, but because it's also at this time, like I prefer the 8 a.m. drops, but because it's noon Pacific Standard Time, there are more people who are either off work. It's 3 p.m. on the East Coast in the US, or it's, I don't know what time it is in other countries, but it's also lunchtime for people in the Pacific Standard Time. Like, and there's more people who are now using the app because they're excited about Disney, they're excited about Star Wars, they're excited about Pixar. So the likelihood that you're competing against well over 100, 200,000 people, maybe more, all during this drop time is highly likely. So you can have the best ping ever, but if your finger is not right there and like up here or like in mid transition from when that buy now button hits, you miss. Like I've missed every single one this week. It's crazy. And I've got fast internet. I have good ping on my phone. And that's the one that like I'm jamming where that button's going to show up. So I'm sorry, man, that you haven't been able to secure one. I'm right there with you. And I hate it because I have to spend more money now for an R2D2. But yeah. When lightsaber duels? Good question. All right, let's continue on. So that is Saturday's Decon drops, extra large, 488 editions. That thing's going to moon. Oh my God, secret rare. All right, let's get on to Sunday. Sunday. November 14th, artist drop, Decon day 3. This is the day that I will eventually be leaving Decon, but I can't before the drops. I was hoping to get like an early head back, but that's not happening. Click into Sunday. All right, let's go through these. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you nailed some of these drops. You sold at a high, flipped, did whatever you could, sold a kidney. I guess I probably shouldn't say things like that. Not financial advice. Yeah, but I hope you have gems ready and are good to go for these drops because Sunday we have 6 more drops with Terry McPherson, Camille Rose Garcia, Lincoln Design Company, the Monkey King X Luke, Mr. Cartoon. That one surprised me. I think that's awesome. And Mighty Jacks, which is the one I'm most excited for, and Terry McPherson. All right. So over 700 vendors, and we are the premier NFT partner sponsor of the event. You know how many people are going to be just coming over and like, what are all of you doing? They're going to come over and see probably around 50 plus OMI homies all huddled around in a group in Decon, ready multiple times throughout the day, 6 times on Saturday, 6 times on Sunday, 3 times on Friday, all just over our devices. Like, shut up, don't talk to me. Yeah, I'm excited to shut up, don't talk to me. Like, right? like they're going to be like, what are you guys doing? What is Veve? What is Ecomi? Boom. And what do? They tell their friends. They tell their family. They tell, maybe there's going to be more content creators found at that event. There's going to be more artists. There's going to be more brands. There's going to be more influencers tweeting about it. So that ripple effect, this is good. This is good that they're there live and that we're going to be there live doing this. All right. I'm so stoked. Obviously, I'm a big fanboy and I can't wait to meet all of you at the event, those who can go. And if you can't go, like, I know some people are disappointed. There's going to be more, right? Like, and this isn't one where we're even able to do digital signatures yet on our collectibles, which are coming eventually. This isn't one where there's going to be really specifics, but eventually there will be specific event drops that they said, not this one. So, you know, we have future hope for that. But they did say if you're at the event and you have, let me pull up my phone real quick. If you have the Mermicorno set, where's my mermies? Where's my mermies? Ha. If you have the Mermicorno set completed and you are going to Decon, you can actually show them at Decon and they'll give you a Mermicorno blind box. And it sounded like it's going to be a physical version. That'd be really cool if it's actually tied to Veve, but they were very quick about it. If someone knows if it's physical versus virtual, like in the app, let me know. It sounds like it's probably physical, but either way, that's still pretty cool that they're doing that. I've held this set for quite some time. I have so many of those. I love my mermies. I tried selling some actually just because I knew it was going to spike up when people were trying to complete the set. All right, let's get into this. And Nike Boy says, all of you are the best. All of you are the best. Like, thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for hopping on the stream. We've been going for a while now, and I appreciate all of you. 206 of you still, your attention, like hanging out here. Make sure you hit that like button. Let people know that we're here. We're going through Decon afterwards. If you leave a comment, it helps the algo. It helps the algorithm so people know what we've covered. It lets them come in and see maybe this is, you know, conflicting time with their job. And so let's go ahead and continue on and get through this. Ariel A says, what website is this? When you're asking what website is this, are you talking about this one that's on my screen? This is Medium. So if you go to medium.com/Veve collectibles, you can look at all of the Medium articles that come out. You can also follow them on Twitter as well as myself. And they always post things like that. I am TapsTrades on pretty much everything. So you can find me on Twitter as well. I usually retweet most of their stuff, but you can follow Ecomi there. But let's continue going through the article. Tara McPherson has dope art. I wanted some of her collectibles, though. She has great collectibles and toys that I was hopeful would actually come to Veve. And that doesn't mean it won't, right? Like, it could come eventually. Like, she has George Halloween. She has a Wonder Woman collectible. Like, she has really cool art that we could see come to Veve. So this is what we're going to be seeing, though, on Sunday, is all of these different posters. And I love this one, the doggo, the wolf. And this one's really cool as well. I mean, all of them are really cool. So Tara McPherson is the first one that we're seeing on Sunday at 9 a.m. 45 gems, 1266 edition, rare. Then Supernova is also a rare, 1266 editions. Wyobe is only 666 editions, $45 or gem list price, ultra rare. And another ultra rare. Wow. Electric Lola, 666 editions, 45. Woman surrounded by intoxicating drips of electric in her Ultra Jaguar. So it looks like these two, yeah, these two are the rare, which I really want that one. And these two are the ultra rare. So big drops coming from Tara McPherson on Sunday. And then we have Camille Rose Garcia. So what's cool about this is when it came to Decon, I thought we were going to see a lot more collectibles. And I've showed a couple of things in my past videos about what we could see. Like, I thought we'd see George Halloween from Tara McPherson, which we probably will eventually. But I did show this buzzard, this vulture, who's Vulture Macabre, in a different video previously, I think about a week ago, saying when we're looking at Camille Garcia, we could see some of her art, or we could see one of these three collectibles, which were the dolls, the vulture, or I can't remember the last one, but we got the vulture. Look at the colors on him. I think this one's pretty cool. I really want this one. He's sitting on like a melted skull thing here. So there are 2,888 of this rare and 99 gems. Sunday's going to be an expensive day. This whole weekend's going to be expensive, man. Like, it's funny because they're like low in price, most of them. Like, some are, you know, $30 or even lower on some, but they all add up, right? And that's if you get them. So we'll see what happens on what you're able to snag and then what happens in the marketplace, but it's going to be a war zone. You know how much OMI is going to burn from all this? I need to like add all this up and figure it out, because there are so many collectibles dropping. There's so much money that they and the artists are going to be making. These brands are going to be making from Sunday, from Homer, 6 Disney drops, all the way until this coming Sunday in Decon and 15 other drops. That's 21 drops. That I don't know how many collectibles that is. I don't know how much OMI is going to burn from that, but it's going to be insane and a lot. So, wow. So that is the vulture coming from Carmel Garcia. Lincoln Design Co. Where's my skaters at? Are you a skater boy? I won't say see you later, boy. I used to be a skater back in the day. So it's been a long time. I'm still an avid snowboarder. I love shredding the gnar. I'm not too far away from Tahoe in California, so I snowboard every single year. I actually broke my thumb last year. It works fine now for gaming. So, but I very much like these. Lincoln is a brand design creative agency located in the backwoods of the Pacific Northwest, specializing in action lifestyle, fashion, outdoor. And we have actual decks, skateboard decks coming to Veve. So we saw the hoverboards, right, from Back to the Future, and now we have actual skateboards. So this is cool. I dig this. I think the coolest trick I could do was a heel flip. I was able to do a heel flip maybe a couple times. Like I could do a kick flip, I could ollie, I could manual, I could ride switch. Like I could do all like the really basic stuff. But when I nailed a heel flip, I was pretty stoked. I couldn't do any vert stuff though. Yeah, so these are all really cool. I think my favorites is actually this common and the secret rare for sure. Ooh, secret rare. All right, so of these, we have 2,250 editions, 40 gems of the common, and that is this board, which I really dig the underside of this. I think it will look great sitting on my wall. And then we have the Lincoln Ripper board. Lincoln, I always think of Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter Killer, or yeah, Vampire Hunter, which if you haven't seen that movie, and I'm a pretty big skeptic when it comes to movies, I'm a pretty big movie snob. It was actually pretty good. Like Vampire Hunter, Abraham Lincoln was actually pretty entertaining. But yeah, this is the board, and it's not tied to the movie. It is 1,750 editions, 40 gems, con exclusive, uncommon. And then the last two are the White L Snake board, which is a rare, 1,200 editions, 40 gems. And that is this board, which looks pretty clean as well. But I'm excited about that secret rare. Gold Ride the Lightning deck coming. What? Whoa. There's 250 editions for a price of 45 gems. How are the editions getting lower? We have so many people and they're getting lower. Good luck securing this secret rare 250 editions. Yes, Jack Zoo asks, is Decon exclusive open for everyone? Yeah, all of these drops you can try for from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to be at Decon. So I would make sure that you either take a screenshot, mark all of these dates or these times in your calendar. Obviously, this is Pacific time. So I would mark all of these in your calendar and be ready. Or just if you have a really good memory, but I've got to mark to my calendar. I'm ready to go because we have 16 drops coming between tomorrow and Sunday because we have Walt Disney at 12 p.m. PT before the Decon drops. God, it's going to be nuts. But 250 editions for the Ride the Lightning board, that is so low for a secret rare. Anyone who gets that, money, 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 money. Is that the first secret rare of a collectible blind box? Good question. I actually don't know. Maybe. OMI hasn't burned a single token. They owe $126 billion to the reserve wallet, and I don't think that's coming. Ha ha. So I've heard that argument like, oh, like the circulating supply is not dwindling, all that. And that's in coin market cap, right? Like that's how you're looking at it. Now, when I look at coin market cap, it isn't always updated aggregated data tied directly to what's happening with some of things in blockchain, right? So it could be the case, but there is still OMI burning, even if it isn't coming out of the current circulating supply. It's coming out of, what is it, reserve wallet, the burn wallet, or whatever. And then they will need to top that up. So maybe that will then take out the circulating supply or what have you, but OMI is burning, right? So that will all trickle down. And so I've heard that argument, and everyone always finds an argument. Everyone finds a reason to hate on OMI, and it's extremely undervalued. Like, as long as it's being hated on, that's a buying sign for me, right? Eventually they won't be able to hate on it because utility will come. It's going to happen. It's going to be on Immutable X. So why not buy it while people are hating on it and it's super undervalued and it's low before they don't have any more reason to? And then it's just everyone's aping in, right? But that is a topic for a video that is coming tomorrow morning, hopefully, if I can get it out before I leave for Decon. And I will be going through some of the OMI price action and some of the utility that is coming. So make sure you stay tuned and are like to this video, subscribe. Thank you so much, Mock. You beat me to it. Mock is a homie. Smash the likes. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I have been making OMI and Veve content since March of this year. I'm one of the OGs, as well as many are also, like the Gale, who is sitting in here. He's been doing content I love. You cover the Bored Apes yet? I did cover them. Yep, X large. We both thought the same thing when I saw them. So yeah, I've been doing this content for quite some time. So make sure you follow me and subscribe and hit the notification bell. But yes, actually, the jerk asks, any stream from Decon? I will be streaming from Decon. I'm actually going to be trying to get an AMA with Reese, who did confirm it, but we'll see on the time frame because there's a lot of drops. So I will hopefully be having an AMA with the team. I will hopefully be doing something with some OMI homies there. I will be streaming. I will be shooting videos. I will be all over the place. I'll be being a fan as well, trying to get drops. It's going to be nuts. Don't worry. Even if you are not able to go to Decon, I will be taking a ton of photos and video and trying to make sure I can put something together afterwards that you get to see what it's like, right? Like that way, yeah, you maybe couldn't make it because you're on the other side of the world or you're in another state and you just couldn't afford to go because you had to fly out, whatever. But hopefully I can put something together afterwards that at least makes it feel like you were there or you got to experience it, right? All right. Let me see. So let's continue on with these. Thanks, Taps. I'm long OMI and absolutely love Veve NFTs, but I'm getting my numbers from the 18 billion tokens that have been burnt without a single buyback to the reserve long OMI. Yeah. And I will be asking them on that AMA a little bit more about the circulating supply. And I will actually write that down as a takedown. So thank you. All right, so let's continue. We got the Skateboard Decks. I think it's nuts that there are only 250 editions of that secret rare lightning board. So that's the one to get, man. Monkey King and Luke. When I saw these, and I hope this doesn't get back to Trevor, I thought these looked kind of like not great quality. And maybe it's because they look exactly like the toy themselves. I haven't taken a look at the toy, but they're just so shiny and so simplistic that I'm not in love with them. Will I go for it? Yeah. Like I want one of them. And like, I think having like the actual white one would be pretty cool because he does look like a little bear ghost, and just have him float around. Someone made a joke during the stream that what if you could use your ghost trap to catch one of these ghost bears, which I thought was hilarious. That'd be really cool because we know the ghost trap can catch Slimer. So yeah, this is from Monkey King, Luke Chu. You can see that there's a red, blue, green, and white, ranging from common to uncommon to rare to ultra rare. And with these, we have drop date on Sunday at 1 p.m. So following Lincoln Design Company, the skateboards, we have the green, which is the common, only 1,800 editions at 13 gems. Very, very cheap. Blind box format, of course, 1,600 gems for the uncommon, 13 gems, 1,288 for the rare, and only 888 for the ultra rare, 13 gems. Good luck on that one, guys. That's awesome. This artist surprised the crap out of me. So I was watching Orange Bag Lady's stream, and like when I saw Mr. Cartoon come up, I was like, what? Like, that's awesome. Mr. Cartoon is a well known graffiti artist. I think he's on a current running Dos Equis or some kind of beer commercial, right? Mr. Cartoon beer commercial. Oh man, you guys, all the homies in here. Yeah, Modelo. Sorry. Whoa. Not Dos Equis. It's a Modeller, as my buddies say. Can you hand me a Modeller? So there's the Modelo TV commercial where it actually has the fighting spirit of Mr. Cartoon, and that is running on TV today. I've seen it quite a few times. It's really cool to see. So we have a big artist on Veve, Mr. Cartoon. Any like big celebrities and artists all go to Mr. Cartoon down in LA, SoCal to get actual ink, like actual tattoos on their body from Mr. Cartoon. He is a legend in the space. And I think he's been on like a couple of the I don't know about Ink Master, but some of like those big, like tattooing shows. I think he's been in a couple as well. But he is well known for his street art. And this is the Mr. Cartoon Cat Bronson. Little homie here. Looking at some of the details around like the nose. The eyes are from a Camaro, I think they said it was, of like his favorite car. This guy looks like he would try to start some guff with your Myrmicornos, man. You try to mess with my Myrmicornos, we got problems. So 77 gems, 888 editions, ultra rare. This is going to be a hard one to get. And yeah, the eyes are from Mr. Cartoon's favorite car, the 1957. Oh, Chevy Impala. Sorry, not a Camaro. And then last but not least, this is the one that I am most excited for this weekend. It's a little risque, controversial. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Mighty Jaxx, award-winning future culture company that designs and manufactures collectibles and lifestyle products in partnership with the greatest talents in the world, as well as global brands such as Hasbro, Sesame Street, Toy Animation, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Warner Bros., DC Comics, Looney Tunes, and more, shipping to over 60 countries worldwide in approximately 3 million tech-enabled collectibles this year. This one looks so dope, guys. And with a mission to power future culture, I can't say that word. Figitally? Figitali? I can't say it. Mighty Jaxx is building an integrated platform to empower future pop culture brands with end-to-end supply chain of collectibles, including artist development and incubation, proprietary IP operation, global consumer access with new retail through which Mighty Jaxx will ignite the passion of fans and deliver joy around the world. We have Mighty Jaxx Inked Stories Eve, ultra rare. This is so cool. Look at the detail to this. It's beautiful. Like the artwork, like it has that super traditional Japanese, tattoo ink on her. Man, she has the coiled up snake wrapped around her. She has the forbidden apple. She's Eve. She came from Adam, right? Like she is the first woman, and there's so many elements to this. It's beautiful. It would look great with the colors sitting next to a dragon girl, like next to the uncommon dragon girl. I think it would like really look really like tied together. Ink Stories is a series of in-house designs by Mighty Jaxx and collaborating with the top artists in the world to reimagine the most recognizable tales. Sculpted by Mighty Jaxx and customized by JPK, Ink Stories Eve colorized version. I've shown the black and white version. I actually did a leak on this before it came out. Tells the stories of Eden through a series of traditional style full body tattoos. Only 888 Ink Stories Eve colorized, featuring JPK. Digital collectible NFTs are minted. Owners of the Ink Stories Eve. So this is 90 gems, 888 only, ultra rare. Oh man. It says owners of the Ink Stories Eve colorized featuring JPK digital collectible will get first priority to pre-order the actual physical collectible in 2022, along with an exclusive art print hand signed by JPK. That's awesome. I didn't catch that before. So if you actually secure this, I wonder if it's if you first secure it or if you just end up buying it. Like if you buy in the marketplace, do you qualify for this? If you hold it, it sounds like maybe till the pre-order of the physical collectible in 2022, you could actually get a physical version of this. I would love the physical version of this. This looks dope. And you get a hand signed by JPK. That's exciting. So that is all of Decon drops coming. Let's see how you guys feel about it. Let's see how you feel about these drops and address the community. Shout out to everyone for being in here. Yo, Melomaniac, subscriber since March. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys supporting me since the beginning. Maka says, come on, let's get taps to 15K. Let's do it. I'm trying to decide, do I do a giveaway at 15K or do I wait till 20K? I guess it depends on how I do after this weekend, right? If I'm actually able to secure something, then I might feel a little more generous and maybe do it at 15K, but we'll see. I just bought Wally by mistake. Why? Wally's dope. DJ Tico, first time here. What's up, bro? Welcome. Welcome to the channel, man. Make sure you subscribe. I've been doing content on OMI and Veve since March, and I've done a lot of content that goes into price action on OMI, into potential of licensors before they come, which I've called a lot of licensors before they came. I've covered well in depth into Pokemon and many other licensors that could be coming, more brands, what's some of the content and digital products that could also come in the future. Veveverse. I mean, I cover also other projects from Cardano and Illuvium. I always provide crypto, NFT, metaverse knowledge to my subscribers and the community. All right. Do an AMA with Reese with some drinks. He may spill the tea. I don't think he's going to be drinking tea. He's going to be drinking beer because I will buy him one. And that will be the goal. Right on. Subscribe. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Jax made me grab common. Will look great too. Oh, Dragon Girl. Common Dragon Girl. Yeah, I agree, man. I think they're going to look great. Mr. Cartoon is a LA legend. 100%. Crypto. Let's see. Do you think OMI will blow up in the next few days? No. And I know I'm not probably supposed to say that. And the reason why is because everything's very teeter-totter with OMI and Veve. Right now, it's all emphasis on Veve, right? The collectibles, there's the gem squeeze. Everyone's trying to get as many collectibles as possible, which is good. It's burning OMI. But the focus on OMI is going to be following this week. So not next couple of days, but probably coming into maybe Wednesday or Friday of next week, we'll see more attention on OMI. And that will have the price go up because we'll see hopefully some information on Immutable X. We'll see more information on utility. We're still waiting on that utility article to come out about staking and more information on the OMI token coming. And I agree. Let's see, 1 cent without any utility. And boys dream about $1 in 2022. So, crypto fan, I agree with you. I mean, well, the 1 cent, I don't know. We actually might see, I do believe that we will see 1 cent soon once we actually are moved over to Immutable X because we'll see exchanges, right? So I do believe OMI to NFT is important. I do believe that some of that utility come is vastly important, but Immutable X is going to bring a lot more attention because Immutable X is up. Every project on it is crushing. So that will be big. We'll see more exchanges, which we've been waiting for 4 or 5 months now because of that move. And so I think we will surpass all-time highs just on that. And then we will see the utility come later and it'll be off the races. All right. Let's see. Will I have a withdrawal option on the gems? Will they ever have a withdrawal option on the gems? Yes. We're still waiting on the MTL, which is the money transfer license. It's supposed to be out hopefully after Decon, right? Like it's supposed to be out end of week last week, at least information around it. And it'll go in tiers too. So they're going to be allowing some people to do it initially and then more people and then eventually everyone. So you will be able to cash out gems into actual fiat, which I do have a question for Reese in the AMA, which is that just US dollars or will it be multiple forms of fiat, right? Like, will you be able to do it in euros? Will you be able to do it in yuan, right? Like, how do you say that? Yuan, pesos. I don't know, right? Like however currency you're using. So we'll get that clarified in the AMA for sure. Ooh, I like that idea. I could do both. You're right. 15K a common. I do have an ultra rare that I could give away. I have 2 of the Marvel Mighties Eternals. First OMI content creator I ever watched since May. Been hooked ever since. OMI is a real king of crypto. No FOMO. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, OMI is absolutely undervalued, and I appreciate your support for so long, man. And happy to see that you're an OMI homie and loving Veve. Subscribe from India. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. I promise you the content that I'm going to bring, you'll enjoy. I always try to look high level of what's happening in the space and not just, OMI, and also looking broader into what's happening in crypto, what's happening in NFTs, what's happening in metaverse, as well as always bringing you news when it happens. And I'm going to be live at Decon. So when you're thinking about what content is going to actually be streaming live there, it'll be me. It'll probably be Real Randy Chavez. It'll probably be Wendy Stabilis. I need to ask her how to say her last name. Maybe comic book crypto or comics and crypto. Who knows who's going to be streaming there, but I know for sure I will be. All right. So yeah, I'll probably be doing a giveaway around 15K. If I hit 15K before I get back from Decon, which probably not, then I will be doing it afterwards. Let's see. Appreciate you. TapsTrades, where did you get the full drop schedule in one page? Could we get a copy of that? Are you saying this one? I took a screenshot from OBL's stream, which Orange Bag Lady is her name. Hopefully you've caught her stuff. She's awesome. And right here, the 9-minute 23 mark is where I took that. How do I cash out? Timon asks. Timon, you'll be able to cash out once money transfer license goes through. And so that will be coming hopefully in the next, I'm going to conservatively say now, probably 2 or 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks for the first wave. Eventually we'll all be able to cash out, but they have to do test cases initially, right? So in the interim, stack up gems, keep trading, do whatever you want, but eventually you will be able to cash out into actual fiat. Thank you so much for your support, Pierre. OMI to BTC, just give us that. That'd be great. Appreciate you, Jack. Ever seen a negative balance? I've not seen that, no. National Geographic just released a trailer for a new Jeff Goldblum show on their Facebook. At the end, they show that what looked like collectibles before the Disney Plus logo. Really? What? Hope you're not messing with me. Nat Geo Jeff Goldblum show. I'll take a look at that later. Thank you for pointing that out. How much will the drop tomorrow be? 333 gems for, well, which one are you talking about? 333 gems for Walt and Mickey. There's 3 more drops tomorrow after that, which if you did not catch that, Brill, just go back through the stream, jump probably to about the 1.5-hour mark, maybe a little bit before that. I went through the entire list of all of the drops from tomorrow starting at noon to the other 15 drops afterwards. So go check that out in case you missed it. No FOMO asks, how did you get that Buster Sword, Taps? I made that. Yep. So, and yes, I am in sweats. Before I go, I'll show you it. So for those who don't know, I'm an avid cosplayer. I've cosplayed since I was 17 years old. I've been to more conventions than I can count. I have done very intricate cosplay that I have made myself. And this is my Buster Sword. And it did not have the wrapping on it originally, but I did make it wrapped because I wanted to be the version that was in Kingdom Hearts, where he has like the big scarf Cloud. And in that version, he has the wrapped Buster Sword. So this is my Buster Sword. It's made out of foam. So it's very, very light. Hold it up with one hand. And this is PVC pipe with some taping. And I colored all of it with multiple spray paint and sealed it. And it is dope. I love this thing. All right. Do not sell your OMI, not financial advice. No, but it is good advice. Thank you from Nigeria. I appreciate you, Timon. Or time, is it Timon or Timon? All right, ultra rare Jeff Goldblum confirmed. I have not seen a negative balance, so I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm not sure how that happens. Thank you. I appreciate it. Final Fantasy for life. All right, fam, I got to run, but it's been awesome just connecting with you guys. Congrats to those who actually secured an R2D2 or C3PO. I do believe that we had the force on this drop, even if I didn't. A lot on this drop together did secure. So congrats, and I will be doing future ones eventually. So like I will be at Decon starting tomorrow. I will be streaming at Decon. I will be interacting with the homies. I will be taking photos and videos and trying to bring the experience to you afterwards and during. So for those of you who are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And if you haven't yet, please hit that like button and also the notification bell for future content so that way you can see the AMA and some of the information that will happen at the event during this weekend. And I'll be putting out hopefully another video before then, but if I don't see you guys until then, well, thank you so much for your support. And as always, happy trading and cheers.